Puerto Vallarta, once a tiny fishing village on Mexico's west coast, is now a hotspot where locals, tourists, and a huge LGBT community come together in a way that is both unique and magical. I'm Alfie, the Gringo Interrupted. Join me as I spend 7 days exploring this beautiful part of Mexico. Puerto Vallarta is located on Mexico's Pacific coast, in the state of Jalisco and in the Bay of Banderas, which means the Bay of Flags. The airport is located in the northern part of the city. You could be bougie and stay in one of the resorts or hotels in the Marina District or in the hotel zone, but I recommend staying in the heart of all the action, in the Centro, or even better, its neighboring neighborhood, the Zona Romantica. From here, you can walk to many restaurants, bars, and clubs, and stumble home plastered without having to take a taxi. You can also walk along the Malecón, the most popular beach, Los Muertos, and you can also walk down to some more secluded beaches like Playa Amapas and Playa Conchas Chinas. After having your vape confiscated and having to pay $25 to get it back, you're going to get an immigration form at customs. Make sure you hold on to this because you're going to need it to leave the country or pay a fine. You can take a cab straight from the airport, but if you want to use a ride-sharing app like Uber, you will have to cross this bridge over the highway. They can only pick you up there. Just walk left when you come out of baggage claim. Regular cabs from the airport can be a lot more expensive. Uber is available, but you might want to consider downloading the app InDriver, which is very popular in Puerto Vallarta. The only difference is you have to offer the price that you think is fair for the ride. You'll get picked up much faster with this app. The price of a ride from the airport to the Centro or the romantic zone should be between 200 and 300 pesos. Regular cabs within the city are white and yellow, but they are not metered, so make sure that you agree on a fare before you get in. The winter months are a better option for coming to Puerto Vallarta, especially if you plan on doing outdoor activities. The summers here can be extremely hot. I am getting my first meal in Puerto Vallarta at Tacos El Cuñado, and I got my tacos al pastor and a big cup of agua de Jamaica, which is my favorite. And I'm not a total loser. I do have a friend here.
They sell a lot of things of the church. There's one house.
This is my Airbnb. Nice living room here, big TV, kitchen. There's the jug of water that I just bought. Nice bathroom, shower, and it had 2 bedrooms, which is more than I need. I only need one to cry myself to sleep at night. It cost $125 a night, but you can certainly do better if you don't book last minute like I did. And I'm right in the heart of the romantic zone, so it's really not a bad deal. I arrived late in the afternoon, so I just decided to walk around the neighborhood I was staying in, and of course, go down and check out the beach. This is the most popular beach, Playa Los Muertos, which means Beach of the Dead, due to a legend that claims gold and silver miners loading their bounty onto ships were attacked and killed by natives and buried on this beach. To the left side or the north side of this pier that I'm standing on, you'll find most locals and tourists hanging out. And to the right side or the south side of the pier is where most of the gay beach clubs are. And of course, you want to catch your very first sunset, which Puerto Vallarta is known for. Stopped off for dinner at a restaurant in El Centro for a light meal, and by light I mean a mug of horchata, a bowl of pozole, and some sopes and quesadillas. It was good, and there's cabbage on my fingers. walked along in the main plaza, and then headed back to my Airbnb to go to bed. You know you're in the gay neighborhood when you have murals of Madonna, Whitney Houston, Britney Spears, and Tina Turner. I'm not into this, but it might interest you to know that you can get all these pills without a prescription in Puerto Vallarta. And here I am on the beach, La Playa Los Muertos, and it's beautiful, it's sunny, and I have a pina colada. Life is good. As long as you're ordering food or drinks from any one of these beach clubs on Los Muertos Beach, you get the lounge chair and towel for free, and you can stay there all day, which is exactly what you should do on your first full day in Puerto Vallarta. Lay on the beach, have some food and some drinks served to you, and just relax. Today is day 3. And I just came back from a tour agency to book a whale watching tour tomorrow, really early in the morning, and also a snorkeling tour, and that's going to be Saturday. So I got 2 tours, cost me 1,850 pesos. There's a tour agency on every corner here, but I used Vallarta Live's tours. You can ask for Angela, she was fierce. Now I'm on my way to the beach again. I'm gonna do another day at Los Muertos, and then I'm gonna explore a couple more secluded beaches I read about. Okay, here I am at Playa Los Muertos again, but in a different spot. It seems less crowded than the spot I was in yesterday, which is good. And there is the ocean. FYI, there are tons of peddlers on Los Muertos Beach. So I just spent about 5 hours on the beach, and now I am headed down to supposedly where there's some secluded beaches. It's about 5 o'clock now, or a little after 5, and I'm hoping that I can catch the sunset. I think what I have to do here is climb these steps. Okay, I made it. I am at Playa Amapas. It's a little secluded beach. I just went down here in flip-flops, which was a little tricky, especially with the camera in my hand, but it was worth it because it is beautiful. Not many people. I think there's a guy taking a piss there. To get to Playa Amapas, just walk all the way to the end of Los Muertos Beach. That's to the left if you're facing the ocean, and look for those steps. And I'm going to attempt to get over all these rocks because I heard there is another secluded beach. Actually, there's a paved path, so I don't have to climb any rocks, hopefully. Looks like someone is having their quinceañera photo shoot. The walk from Playa Amapas to Playa Conchas Chinas is about 15 minutes. Imagine living here. Well, here I am on a rock that I just scraped my foot on, and I'm going to sit on these rocks and watch the sunset. It is 6 o'clock. Sunset is by 7, so I'm going to set up the time-lapse camera here and just sit here and watch it. Playa Conchas Chinas. Okay, here we are, day 4. It is 7:30 in the morning, and I am in a cab on my way to the marina to catch the tour to go whale watching. Okay, here I am at the port. It's a building. You have to pay. Well, besides, I already paid for the tour, but you also have to pay, everyone has to pay like a tax, 29 pesos, which is a little over $1, to enter the port. So there's some people that I just met from Utah. Maybe they'll be my friends. So they tell you to take Dramamine before you get on the boat. They offer it for sale. I actually did bring some. So yeah, and we're in line now to board. Looks like our boat. I got a seat right in the front of the boat. Sun is in my eye.
Mr. Güero!
They served you breakfast, which was eggs, pancakes, fruit, and juice.
El canto pueden hacerlo y solo se escuchen las ballenas. Guys, we will try to be quiet, so if you want to record the sound, you can hear only the whales singing. Pero son animales solitarios. Las ballenas, perdón, las orcas son animales, miden 9 metros a comparación de una.
Vamos a sacar la cola. Ya, no. Mira la cola. ¡Uy, qué hermosa! Mira. ¡Ay, le pegó! Ahí va la cola. ¡Wow! ¡Qué hermosa cola! Bien. Oh my God. Mira, oh.
was a big cruise ship in the marina named the Princess, which made me think of love, exciting and new. The total time for the whale watching tour was about 4 hours. Okay, so the whale watching was cool. They were kind of far. I thought we might see them more up close. We did at one point, but I didn't catch it with my camera. If I were to do it again, I would have worn jeans and brought a sweatshirt. So I am in an Uber now on my way to Pitillal, which is a neighborhood in the interior of the city, away from all the tourist stuff, because I want to check out what the locals area looks like. So I'm heading there now, and I'm gonna get something to eat. Okay, so here I am in Pitillal. From what I read, this used to be its own little town before it was incorporated into Puerto Vallarta. So it looks really cool here. I'm gonna go see if I can find a place to eat. Unfortunately, this church is closed. It is the Parroquia San Miguel de Archangel. It looks really pretty, but it's closed right now. I think I found my place to eat. I just walked by here and it looks good inside. They're making tortillas by hand. And across the street we have boobies. Boobies. I ordered quesadillas de carnitas and agua jamaica. That's good. I'm gonna give you all this on the table. You got your pickled onion, your de gallo, and some different salsas. Okay, that was the best food I've had so far in Puerto Vallarta, and also the cheapest. Cost me about 120 pesos, which is about $5, and it was banging. Throw away your love. Went back to my Airbnb and took a little nap, and then decided for dinner to try Pancho's tacos, which has been highly recommended. Every night so far that I've passed by this place, the line was extremely long. So this night I decided to go around 11 o'clock and the line was pretty short. I ordered a quesadilla de bistec, which is steak, which turned out to be gigantic. And I also ordered 2 tacos de chorizo and 2 tacos al pastor. Definitely ate too much. I have 1 taco remaining, which I cannot eat. And it was delicious. And I need to go home and take a shit. Okay, so I can attest to what I read, that if you come to Puerto Vallarta, you definitely need to go to Pancho's Tacos. They're big, so don't overorder like I did and overeat and have to run home. Pretty outstanding. The quesadilla con bistec was the best. So that's my recommendation to you. Eat your tomorrow taco. Buenos dias. Good morning. It is day 5. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I am on my way to the post office, which is about a 20-minute walk. Because I have a friend who enjoys getting postcards. And then after the post office, I'm gonna walk to the pier on Los Muertos beach to take a water taxi to a town called Boca de Tomatlán. And from there, I'm gonna do a hike. It's about 4.5 miles along the coast. It's supposed to be a beautiful hike. And along the way, you pass all these little beautiful beaches. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, that's done. The sign was kind of small, so I had to ask somebody where the post office was. One thing, you'll notice I'm stopped because the sidewalks here there's steps everywhere, there's huge spaces, and I have fallen and tripped about 5 times walking here. So, lesson learned, I'm going to be stopping and not walking when I record a video. Walking on the Malecón, which is the paved sidewalk that runs along the beach. It's really pretty. There's a lot of sculptures and art along the way. It's a beautiful walk. A lot of people out walking their dogs, running, etc. Really nice. Arcos, the arches, and at night here there are festivities and dancing and music, etc. If you're enjoying this video so far, please like and subscribe to my channel to provide me with some validation and a reason for living. So, I don't know what's happening here, but I read that you can take a water taxi from here for about 300 pesos, which is like 15 bucks. And what I'm being told is that these don't exist, but somebody can take me for what turns out to be almost $200. So now I'm standing here and I'm not sure what to do. So I just spoke to a woman and she told me that this water taxi to Boca de Tomatlán does not exist. I read on multiple different travel blogs that this was the thing to do. They all said the same thing. My best option, it seems, is to go take the bus and then do the hike. And hopefully at the end of the hike, I have a way to get back. You may have to stand when you first get on this bus, but as it makes stops, people get off and then you can take a seat. Has really nice views if you sit on the right-hand side, and this took about 30 minutes. Okay, so I just arrived at Boca de Tomatlán. This is the second time I put a banana in my bag, and it somehow explodes in my backpack. I don't know how, and gets all over everything on my camera, and seeps through the backpack and onto my pants. So don't put a banana in your backpack. As I'm cleaning off my stuff, pieces of banana are falling and the chickens seem to be enjoying it. After getting off the bus, walk down this hill into the little town of Boca de Tomatlán. This is the beach at Boca de Tomatlán, which is beautiful. After you walk towards the beach, just keep walking all the way to the left and look for this little bridge. The trail is not really well marked, but you're most likely to see other tourists that you can follow. Out of my way, chicken. I have come to a fork in the road. I can either go up these steps, or I can walk along this. I'm thinking this. A sign. Finally. Colomitos is one of the beaches on the way to the hike, so I am on the right path. House for sale. Damn. Lots of steps. More steps. Hello, look at this water. Okay, absolutely beautiful. I changed into my swimsuit right here on the beach with this towel around me. So I'm gonna dry off and continue the hike. There's supposed to be a lot more beaches. So I kept my bathing suit on so I don't have to change again. But you know, they're really short and kind of tight around the thigh. So as I was trying to climb up these steps, I was having trouble and these girls were laughing at me, Mexican girls. And I was like, yeah, it's a little hard to get up here with my bathing suit. I told them in Spanish and they started laughing. They said, well, then take it off. You can see Puerto Vallarta in the distance down there. lives in this house not only is a lucky motherfucker, but they must be having a big party. It just gets more beautiful the more I hike. Hello. This is Playa Caballo, Horse Beach. Beautiful. Oh, there's a random mattress. Nice. Basking in the sunshine. I think this is the last stop, Playa Los Animas. Okay, so I made it to Playa Los Animas, and I just sat down at a beachfront restaurant, and I got a mango margarita, and I ordered shrimp tacos. And I'm gonna probably go for a dip after I eat, and then I have to figure out how to get back. I believe one of these boats will take me back to Boca de Tomatlán, and then from there I have to get back on that bus to Puerto Vallarta. So hopefully all that works out. I'll definitely let you know. From start to finish, this hike took me about 3 hours, and that's including my stop at Quimixto to take a dip in the water. But if you want to spend more time on these beautiful beaches, I suggest you plan for more time. From here, you can take a 10-minute water taxi ride back to Boca de Tomatlán, where you can pick up the bus back to Puerto Vallarta. Okay, buenos dias, day 6. It is Saturday. Today I'm going on a tour to Los Arcos, which are 2 big rock formations. And we're going to do some snorkeling there. And then the tour also takes us to a waterfall and also to, well, La Playa Las Animas, the same beach that I was actually at yesterday after the hike. But that's okay. So yeah, it should be a great day.
Ah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Muchas gracias. Everybody on this tour lines up and they take you in a small little fishing boat to the bigger boat. This boat probably had over 100 people on it, I would say. And they serve you breakfast, chilaquiles and juice.
No toque nada ni con los pies ni con las manos. Regla 4, man.
Using my iPhone for this to go in the water. I have it in one of those dry bags, which I used once before and it worked, and I hope it works again. There was a stingray, but I didn't catch it on camera.
Mira, a esa le dicen la tortuga.
So, saw a couple fish, but not many. But it was still super cool to swim through those arches, los arcos. We're heading back to the boat. Piña colada.
Muchacho.
Got to see whales on this tour much closer than I did on the whale watching tour. Most people got off at the stop at Playa Las Animas, and a small group of us continued on to Quimixto to see the waterfall. I had already been to Las Animas the day before. If you are going to do this tour, wear sneakers, not flip-flops like I did, because I thought, you know, we were going snorkeling and to a beach, and I thought we were just going to see a waterfall, not hike to a waterfall. So, learn from my mistake. And also, you might be tempted to take your flip-flops off because you think it'll be easier. But don't do that, because then you'll step in a big mound of horse shit, like I did, and now have to spend 30 minutes walking with horse shit on my foot. Okay, the water was freezing, ice cold. I thought it would be warm, but I was mistaken. When you're finished drinking your coconut water, you can bring it and have it cut up, and then they scrape the meat and add some chili powder and lime juice and salt, and you can eat it. Okay, so we're hiking back now. The hike up to the waterfall from Quimixto is about 40 minutes. Back to Playa Las Animas for lunch on the beach, which is included in the price of the tour. And then back on the bigger boat where it is a party back to Puerto Vallarta.
Miren qué bonito nuestra cultura. Ah, muy lista la mamá. Ahora sí, ¡que le muerda! Chocolate, split, banana. Chocolate, split. De las preguntas más importantes, ¿le gustan los tacos? Sí. Se nota, sí, se nota ahí.
The boat drops you off at the marina instead of Los Muertos Pier where it picked you up. So I took a public bus back and it dropped me off at the Malecón. Really fun day. It's about 7 o'clock now. That tour started at 10:30. So it was an all-day thing. Super fun. Had a great time. But I'm tired. Buenos dias. It is Sunday, day 7, my last full day here. And today I need to go get a COVID test first thing to get back into the US. And I think today I'm just gonna walk around and then later on I want to hike up to the Mirador El Cerro de la Cruz, which is a lookout point, and hopefully catch the sunset from there. So that's my game plan for my last day in Puerto Vallarta. Okay, COVID test is done. I have to wait between 6 and 8 hours for the results. And now I stopped for breakfast/lunch at La Fábrica de Chilaquiles, which means the Chilaquiles factory, which I actually came here the other day, but I didn't record. And it was delicious. I had chilaquiles con birria, which is like chilaquiles with a beef stew. Sometimes it's goat meat, but this one was beef. And it was so good that I came back, and now I'm having chilaquiles with chicken and mole. And also they have aguas frescas, which is water mixed with some kind of fruit usually, and it's sweet. Last time I had guanabana, which is a type of fruit, and it was delicious. And today they have, I guess every day they have different flavors. And today I got rice flavor, arroz, and it's like drinking rice pudding. It has some cinnamon in it. It's delicious. So yeah, I definitely recommend this place. So that was delicious. One of the things about Mexico that I really love is when you're eating in a restaurant somewhere, when people come in or when people leave and they see you eating, they say buen provecho, which is basically like bon appetit. So I just think that's really nice. So I'm walking through Gringo Gulch, which is a hilly neighborhood, which is where Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton had a house, which is now a very fancy hotel and restaurant. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton were filming a movie, The Night of the Iguana, in the beach near here, La Playa de Mismaloya, which is the beach that was in front of where I went snorkeling at Los Arcos. So let's see if I can find, just tripped, their house. The filming of The Night of the Iguana brought many celebrities to Puerto Vallarta, and with them the press, which really put Puerto Vallarta on the map. to the most famous church in Puerto Vallarta, the Church of Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is famous for its crown adorning the top. This is a Catholic church honoring the Señora de Guadalupe, which is Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is the Mexican version of the Virgin Mary and the patron saint of Mexico. The church is not that old, but it is definitely worth a visit. It began construction in 1930 and was built on the foundation of an old chapel dedicated to the Virgin Mary in 1901. Construction finished in 1940. Mass is offered on Sundays in both English and Spanish. Another thing I love about Mexico is all the street art. Every city and town that I visit has incredible art. Frida Kahlo especially features in a lot of it. This one was my favorite though. This boy on his phone, too busy to answer the can that his friend is trying to talk to him through. Okay, walking up to El Mirador Cerro de la Cruz, which is the lookout point. It's already been a little uphill, and now I see a ton of steps. Taking a break. Some people live up here and have to do this every day. So I just climbed up and I think I am in the wrong spot because it's just a private gate to someone's house. But the view is really nice. I'm gonna go back down and try to find the right one. In order to avoid the mistake I made, you want to put Inicio Sendero Cerro La Cruz into Google Maps instead of Mirador Cerro de la Cruz. Well, this isn't it either. Cute dog though. Okay, these kids just helped me out. I am in the right place. I have to walk to the right of this gate. Muchas gracias. It looks like there was another way to come. It was probably much easier to find. Jesus Christ. Cerro de la Cruz, Hill of the Cross. You can see the crown of the Church of Our Lady of Guadalupe from here. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch the sunset because it is a little cloudy. So, I'm glad I climbed all the way up here. No, but it is a beautiful view. But if you're not in good shape, it's pretty brutal. Back home via the Malecón. Party out here seems like all the time. There's a cool mix, you know, it's like big dance clubs and people partying, and then you have families out here with their kids, you know, eating ice cream. So it's a pretty cool mix. Like, you know, everywhere I've been in Mexico, it seems like that, you know, it's just Everybody's out together and nobody has a problem with anybody. And it seems like a really good time. So I'm trying this drink called tuba, which is a drink that's specific to Puerto Vallarta. It's called tuba de palmera de coco, which is basically water of the coconut palm. It's good. Kind of has a little bit of a lemony taste, but like without the acid, you know, not that sharp. It's like a little lemony and sweet, but without that like sour. Yeah, without that sour taste. It's good. I like it. I saw tamales, so I had to get one. It was pork, but it was really spicy and I couldn't finish it. And a quarter of it ended up on my shorts. So I am back in the romantic zone, and I stopped at a restaurant, El Mole de Jodita, and I'm having enchiladas verdes, chicken enchiladas, and they're really good. The sauce, the verde sauce, is not spicy at all, which is actually how I like it, because, you know, I am weak like that. And they're playing Donna Summer, which is never a bad thing. And I'm pretty wrecked. That hike up the hill really, really did me in. My last night here, starting to get the going home blues, but it's a great trip. Puerto Vallarta is pretty amazing. There's something for everybody to do, whether you just want to relax or whether you want to party hard. I mean, you could do all of that here. So it's got something for everybody here, really. It's a pretty amazing mix of local people, tourists, and everybody mixes together really well. So I had a really great time. It's an awesome place. I would definitely come back. There are a lot of other things that I did not see here. I just, you know, because I only had the 7 days, I picked and choose what I wanted to do, and I think I did a pretty good job. That's it for Puerto Vallarta. Buenas noches.